Well, what time is it, Joe? Well, it's time to make another video. That's what I like to say. Didn't we just work on this door? Yes, we just did. In fact, work on this door. The gap was too big over there. And I actually adjusted and shimmed out this hinge over that way. It gave me a nice reveal down here because this door initially was touching that. And I didn't want that because we're getting ready to paint. And plus, now is the time to do the adjustments. You can adjust all this stuff. You can do all this stuff, by the way, even after you paint. If you're not planning on painting, you can do all the stuff that I've shown you without having to do paint. All right, that's why I'm showing them to you. And we still got plenty of gap there. And the door actually wasn't sagging because see how much the gap is right there. Usually on a door that's sagging and the hinge is over there, usually this edge of the door is pushed right over to the door jamb. But see, we got plenty of gap up the top of this door. Tells me that they just didn't adjust the door properly when they installed it, or after they installed it, maybe over time. This corner of the wall settled. In fact, it could have. Here's another door over here. Look at this casing. It's cracked open. They're going to have to caulk that. I'll have to point that out to them. I'm sure they'll catch it before they paint. So see, this could have settled ever so slightly, moving this down and creating a bigger gap up at the head, possibly. I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what happened here. But with 17 years, these doors still look like in good condition. So all I can do is take a look at it, make a determination what I need to do. Sometimes I have to shim out or suck hinges in. Sometimes I have to shift them and shim them out. That's not the video. What is the video? Kaboom. Look at this. I came in here and there's no strike plate. No strike plate here. Oh, you know what? There was a strike plate. I should have brought it up. The strike plate that was up here snapped off. This tab snapped off. How could that tab snap off? Look how strong it is. Well, because when they installed these doors nowadays, and even 17 years ago, see, here's that tab. Look, there's a slot in there. You put your screwdriver in there and then you can wedge out and then you can adjust that tab that way. So this whole tab is only attached by that little bit of metal and that little bit of metal. So what happened was they jimmied it around a little bit and that tab broke off. That's what happened. I went to the store and I couldn't find anything like that. All they have at the store was a tab with no place for a little screwdriver. And those are fine. Most houses are like that. You can adjust that with your pair of pliers, but you can't do that once it's on in here, you know. We're gonna go ahead and install this strike plate and see what happens, okay? So if you want to watch this video, that's what it's about. You might want to watch it too because the old strike had rounded corners. This new strike, I couldn't get the rounded ones at the store. I only got square ones. Okay. So how am I going to do that? Well, I'll show you. Don't worry. Yeah, I think I can see that, and you can see that. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. There's I know what they did. See, there's two holes down here. The initial screws went in this hole, and then that tab broke off, and I'm wondering if they messed around with this and they thought they had to put in new screws and move the strike plate out. I don't know why they did that. Okay. Let's take a look here. I want to try to get that to fit exactly where the other one is, and that's where it went. So I'm going to just take this and I'm going to tap on it, and that's going to give me an indentation where that square is supposed to be. And sometimes you can almost tap that flush right into the wood and not even have to touch this. But in this case, we've got to touch it. And I happen to have my chisel. I've got this is a 1/2 inch chisel. I usually carry a 1/4 inch chisel in my nail bag for this type of reason. Just for that. Well, and shaving it out, but okay. I can hold this up there and see where it went before. I can hold that, take my sheetrock knife, and I'm just going to lightly score right there. And in fact, it should be about where it was before, you know. I don't know why I've got to, I think I'm going to have to just do it there. Now I just use this to score this in a little bit. And if I wanted to, I could take my chisel. I could have taken my chisel, you know, and tapped it up, and tapped it up, and tapped it up. But see, with the 1/4 inch, I don't have as much. I could just sit there like that, and I just kind of depress it in there. You know, all I'm doing is kind of cleaning up that edge. That's all. I'm trying to do this, not get in your way. And don't kid yourself. Sometimes you think, oh, I'll just be careful, I'll be careful, I'll be careful. And you go, oops. And so I'm going to take this and actually tap the last little bit out. It's not hard to do. Yeah. I wanted to do this before the painters got in here in case I needed to make any modifications, let's say, or what have you. So now I can screw this back in because see, I still have to adjust this door when I get done, don't I? And there, we'll stick you right there. Because see, there's they got 2 holes here. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but I'm going to go, I think the first hole's fine. Then we'll close it and see what I have to do with adjusting this strike. Because that's where it was installed initially. Here, we'll close this door and see what I have to do. That's what was happening. What is it here? Good grief. Take a pencil, and that might be what they were, why they had this. I'm marking the bottom of it. Okay, right there. Because I'm thinking maybe they had to ream this out. And if so, I'm going to have to get my bit out again, dabbity nabbit. There it is, right like that. And it looks like this is just a hair too low or too high. I think that's what it is. This has to be reamed down. Okay, I'm going to ream that down and I'll fix that. And I don't think I'm going to make another video on how to do that. You've already seen me do that on another video. Okay, so I'm going to work on this door and get that to work. Looks like that's what my issue is. Okay, I'm going to get my reamer and ream this out.